Welcome back to another edition of Coffee Time with TD. Move over, Rover, and let TD take over. Be good or be good at it. I hope you had an absolutely magnificent weekend. Let's get to it. This is a little bit of a piggyback off of the video I did about the United Healthcare CEO getting shot and killed in New York. And in no way, shape, or form, because I want to say this again, I want to reiterate it. I do not condone violence in any way, shape, or form. Violence is never, never, never the answer. But I understand it. And I also know that people understand violence. And today's video is about Anthem, Blue Cross, Blue Shield planning to do time limits for anesthesia, right? You push people until they break. And right now, people are hurting. And as I've told you time and time again, life and the decisions and choices that come with it have consequences and repercussions. You push people and push people until they break. And greed in America with corporations is out of control. Again, I do not condone any form of violence. I do not. Violence is not the answer, but I understand it. And people understand violence because you push people until they break. You keep pushing and pushing and pushing until they break. And then the other thing is, because it's not your loved one, your wife, your child, your aunt, your uncle, your grandparent, you get to say, our thoughts and prayers are with you, which is one of the things I hate most. Is when people say, my thoughts and prayers are with you. Because you know why you get to say that? Because it wasn't your loved one who died. That's why. But when it's your loved one who dies, it's a totally different thing, right? Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield planned to do anesthesia time limits. And if you went over the time limit, they would not cover it in surgery. And you wonder why people do what they do. Because you push people until they break. Because it's nothing but corporate greed. Because it's not like they're taking the money out and building parks for kids, putting Wi-Fi in libraries, doing good with their profits. No, it's to buy another plane, it's to buy another boat, another beach house, whatever it might be. They all think of themselves as Gordon Gekko, and greed is good until somebody gets their head blown off. Because people understand violence. And again, violence is never the answer. I do not condone it in any way, shape, or form, but I understand it. I understand it. And to limit anesthesia time limits and then not cover it if you go over. And then you wonder why you push people until they break. And then someone kills the CEO of United Healthcare in New York. And you also see nobody saw anything. Nobody saw anything. Nobody did. Nobody saw a damn thing. Because you know why? People are hurting. And I honestly think that people are going to hurt even more in 2025 with the Trump administration coming in, King Trump. The tariffs, the immigration, mass immigration exodus, who's going to pick the crops, who's going to do all the jobs that Americans don't want to do, that Americans are too good to do. So I think people in 2025 and forward are going to be hurting a hell of a lot more than they are right now. And again, perfect example, Anthem, Blue Cross, Blue Shield. And you wonder why you push people until they break. You keep pushing and pushing and pushing until they snap and something happens. Because people understand violence. Because you push people until they break and it wasn't your loved one who died. I get it. I'm going through my own insurance situation right now. Insurance companies and what type of insurance you have decides how you die. Insurance in America is reprehensible. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about in the presidential election. Health insurance reform. Waiting If you're sick and you need cancer tests, how long you have to wait to get the results, how late you have to wait, how long you have to wait to get an appointment. The healthcare system in America is reprehensible. It's disgusting and vile. I despise it. I despise it. I despise health insurance companies. I despise it. And people wonder why violence happens. It's because you push people until they break. Oh, my thoughts and prayers are with you, because it wasn't your loved one who died. Well, I'm sure everyone who was the family member of the United Healthcare CEO sent their thoughts and prayers, because people understand violence. I do not condone it in any way, shape, or form, but they understand it. They understand it because you push people until they break. And life has consequences and repercussions. You keep pushing and pushing and pushing until people break. America has to do better, and I don't know what's going to happen. I'm sending you all of my light, love, peace, hope, and joy. Grande beso. Be a good person. Help people when you can. And remember, my DM is always open if you are struggling with your mental health. Love you.